React is a project which brings together acta community theatre from the UK, CSC from Palermo in Sicily, and Rotterdam Wijktheater here in Rotterdam. It was a response to a call out from Creative Europe last year. It uses community theatre, 3 different models of community theatre, as a way of bringing together people from refugee and host communities in order to develop understanding, develop a dialogue and to promote integration.
وليكون عنا كهربا ولا جوع ونعيش ما يعرف حدا فينا.
It took us a lot of effort to make a presentation for the ICAF.
We lost everything. Where are you from, man?
I'm from Damascus.
Damascus?
Yeah.
It was a really nice city, man.
I'm from Aleppo.
Aleppo! Yo, man.
The 3 boys from the ICAF, they said, we don't want to play anymore because we feel a little bit ashamed. We're afraid that people will film us, put it on YouTube, they see it in Syria, and they will laugh at us. So we start to think, what's happening? What are the questions and what are the answers? We came up with 3 questions. What's the best moment to ask refugees to engage in your project? Is that when they arrive in Holland? Or is it when they live for 2 years in Holland? And what about the Asylum Seeker Center? The second question is, what kind of story will you tell? What kind of story can you tell? And also, what story is the theater maker looking for? And the third question is, in what kind of tradition, what kind of theater tradition or theater style are you making this show?
It was a difficult process and we learned a lot from that. We decided to start a second project with a group of refugees together with a group of local inhabitants. And if you talk about integration and getting a dialogue and get to know each other, the second start was a better one.
I made a workshop and after I made a performance with some refugees and immigrants and we work with just like 15 people and in the performance not all the people want to do, but we respect it because for us a workshop is something that has to give them a new freedom, a new way for speaking, for telling their stories.
Addio mio viaggio, addio madre mia, addio mia terra.
In the first part of the process, they are just a little afraid, they are shy, but after, step by step, day by day, they become to be trusted, they open themselves. we speak about React, we speak about the goals of React, because I think that it's very important that people that come as to be conscious why you are here and why I ask you to come here. So I don't worry if there is something that is bad at the moment. It's important that you do something for born again. I am really proud of them because they put all their energy now without eating. So maybe the energy, they can take their energy from another place, and we want to see this place one time.
What do you do with money?
I just want to buy some textbooks.
You buy textbook? Okay, I give you, don't worry.
We are telling the parents to ask their own children what they want instead of pushing something that they don't want.
Jasmine, move from the front. Move!
I think it's important for us to be in the show together because as a mother group, because usually we are so busy with our daily lives that we don't get time for ourselves. And being in a group, we make new friends and we get to know about different cultures and everything. On top of that, it brings my confidence and other people's confidence back.
I am really sorry.
At the beginning, we do drama games and activities to help participants loosen up and break the ice and feel confident and have fun. We start ending each session with games and activities that are focused on storytelling.
Hello, Jabal. How are you? Okay. I am Muhammad. Do you remember me?
With community theatre, it's a different way of learning. It's not necessarily saying, "Hey, we're learning English today." It's we're having fun, and at the same time as that, they're improving their communication skills. I definitely recommend it to lots of people because we have genuinely seen the impact it's had on these guys' lives, and actually the audience who come as well.
Forget about circumstances, forget about journey, forget about trouble. These are people who want to talk about neighbors, and that's it. And it's much easier for you to accept and integrate, and I'm using the word integrate for host communities, integrate with your neighbors from different backgrounds, if you move away from that one-dimensional narrative.
I am really pleased to just join and be a part of it. I'm really excited and enthusiastic to go forward, and I'm now looking forward to start that at the theatre on 21st. Hello, Ali.
Oh, you work with Jabal?
Yes.
Why you tell me before you say guns or...
Dessa asked Tony, "Where are you from?" And Tony was like, "Oh, have a guess, where do you think I'm from?" And then we had that little of, this is like, where is this going? And then we just kind of started talking about it, like, oh, so where are you from? Like, you know, what defines where you're from?
It is very difficult when you're talking about people's personal lives and what they have been through to make it sound funny. If you tell someone like who doesn't know what happens in the Home Office, it's just the people themselves are like, seriously, they ask you these questions?
Thank you for choosing us. Refugees are most welcome here.
I appreciate the fact that we have different cultures, different languages, different skin colors, but at the end of the day, we are all human. We are all the same, and that's what we should look for.
They rejected you, Kareem.
Rejected?
I'm really, really sorry. I think having refugees and asylum seekers representing their own realities on stage is a really radical act of kind of resistance against the silencing that is so kind of structural in this country.
Access to qualification position community board, unfortunately.
Performance and theatre is something really different, is more engaging because you kind of face to face with the audience and there's no barrier, and I think is a very useful tool, is therapeutic.
Believe in yourselves, believe in your powers, and dream big!
It's been very inspiring and interesting, all the discussions actually that has came out of the place.
What are the things that make people vulnerable? Often it's not an inherent vulnerability, it's the system.
I like to see more refugees participating in a higher level.
In Germany, the word refugee is out. You're not allowed to use it anymore.
These conversations are difficult and it is sensitive, but they need to happen, and this is exactly what I feel like REACT is about.
As soon as you hear the story and as soon as you meet, the distance between you is not that big anymore.
When people go away from a community play, they start thinking.
I felt like I need to go now and do something.
It's about learning from other different cultures as well. It's the makeup of the world, so why are we not hearing these stories?
If you talk about integration and getting to know people, theatre and working together in a theatre project does that to everybody.
My children keep asking me, Dad, why you don't talk about your childhood? It's a painful memory that you shared. I don't want to go back and remember all that. So I want to look forward.
The arts give them that possibility to have the voice, to be heard, and then later to imagine their futures and to build on their futures.
There are some people who make music, we all have instruments and we play together and it's just about this, being together, having fun, and we are a group.
Theatre is for everybody, we can make it together. You don't need to be like a professional writer to make a piece of theatre, and it's absolutely doable and enjoyable.